Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to discuss modulus and its application. Modulus, what is modulus? What is the purpose of modulus? Modulus of any expression is basically always a non-negative quantity. So, to make given expression non-negative, we have to apply modulus. Then what is the value of modulus of 2? It is already positive, so this value will be equal to 2. What is the value of 0? This is already non-negative, so this value will be again 0. Modulus of minus 2. What is the purpose of modulus? To make given expression non-negative, so we have to multiply by minus sign to make it positive. So basically modulus of positive quantity is a same number, modulus of 0 is 0, modulus of negative number is positive. How to make positive? Just by multiplying minus sign. Negative of negative is a positive number. So you can say y is equal to mod x is equal to x if x is greater than or equal to 0. This is equal to minus x if x is less than 0. What is the purpose of modulus? Why we apply modulus in any expression? To make given expression non-negative. To make given expression non-negative. So can you tell me the value of modulus of 2 minus root 3? What is the value of modulus of 2 minus root 3? Yes, 2 minus root 3 is always a positive quantity. So this is equal to 2 minus root 3. What is the value of 2 minus root 5? What is the value of modulus of 2 minus root 5? Because root 5 is more than 2. So this value will become negative. So we have to multiply minus sign to make it positive. So this is equal to root 5 minus 2. I think now you all understood the basics of modulus. So let me give you some example. If mod x is equal to 2, then what is the value of x? Modulus of which expression is equal to 2? Modulus of which expression is equal to 2? The x must be equal to plus or minus 2. X is either 2 or x is minus 2. Modulus of 2 is 2, modulus of minus 2 is also 2. So if you remove modulus, then always put plus minus on the right hand side. What is the value of mod x greater than 0? What will be the value of x if mod x is greater than 0? Yes, all real number except 0. Very good. What is the value of mod x is greater than equal to 0? All real number. Very good. Modulus of all real number is always non-negative. What is the value of mod x is less than 0? Is there any value whose modulus is negative? No, because by definition modulus is always non-negative. So this value does not exist. So this is equal to 5. What is the value of mod x is less than equal to 0? Yes, mod x cannot be negative, but mod x can be 0 at x equal to 0. So this is equal to 0. So have you understood first 5 points? Sixth one. If mod x is equal to minus 2, then what is the value of x? If mod x is equal to minus 2, then what is the value of x? Yes, modulus is by definition is non-negative, so it cannot be minus 2. So this must be equal to 5. Modulus of none of the expression is negative. Modulus is always non-negative value. So it cannot be minus 2. What if we have given inequality? For example, mod x is greater than equal to 2. Then you have to draw number line and mark those number when mod x is equal to 2. So mod x is equal to 2 at minus 2 and plus 2. Mod x is equal to 2 at minus 2 and plus 2. Then you have to put the value in respective intervals. Assume any value, let's say between 2 and infinity, let's say x is equal to 3. If x equal to 3 satisfy this inequality, then whole interval will satisfy this inequality. Understood? If any value of x satisfy between 2 to infinity, then whole interval will satisfy this inequality. So if x is equal to 3, then modulus of 3, that is 3 greater than equal to 2, true. So this whole interval 2 to infinity will satisfy it. Now between minus 2 and 2, let's say x is equal to 0. If you put x is equal to 0 here, then 0 greater than equal to 2 comes, then it comes out 0 greater than equal to 2, which is not true. So if you put any value between minus infinity and minus 2, let's say you have put let's say if you put x is equal to, let's say, minus 5, then what is the modulus of minus 5? It is equal to 5. So 5 is greater than equal to true. So overall you can say if a mod x is greater than equal to 2, then our answer would be minus infinity to minus 2 union 2 to infinity. Clear? Similarly, if mod x is greater than equal to greater than 2, then only changes is equality in minus 2 and plus 2. So here there will be strictly inequality. There will be open interval at plus minus 2. Ninth one. What if it is given mod x is less than equal to 2? This is just exactly opposite of this inequality. If you put different values of x in different interval, you will conclude that only this interval minus to 2 is satisfy this. So x will be equal to between close interval minus to 2. If mod x is less than 2, then x belongs to minus 2 to 2 open interval. Understood? Have you understood these 10 points? Have you understood? Is there anyone who, who have doubts in this, in these 10 points? Yes, you can put any value between and in that interval. Seventh and eighth, you have to put any value between minus infinity to minus 2. You have to put different values in these interval. These are the three interval. You have to put different values in different these in these intervals. If you put any value between minus infinity and minus 2, let's say if x is minus 5, then x is equal to minus 5 satisfy this inequality. If you put any value between minus 2 and 2, for example, if x is 0, then it does not satisfy this inequality. Similarly, if you put any value more than 2, it will satisfy the inequality. So ultimately, these two interval minus infinity to minus 2 and union 2 to infinity are satisfying this inequality. So our answer would be this. Clear? Now, there are three results which you should remember. So let A is any positive quantity. First of all, if mod x is equal to A, then what is the value of x? You simply put plus minus A on the right hand side. If mod x is greater than A, then x will be equal to minus infinity to minus A union A to infinity. If mod x is greater than equal to A, then this is equal to minus infinity to minus A close interval union A to infinity. Close interval at A. Third point, if mod x is less than A, then x belongs to minus A to A. If mod x is less than equal to A, then x belongs to close interval minus A to A. Simply, if mod x lie between, you should remember only these three results. These are the three important results which you should remember while solving modulus problem. If you remember these three results, you will solve. You can able to solve all question of modulus. So problem number 1. You have to find the value of x. Find the real values of x which satisfy modulus x minus 1 is equal to 2. As you know, if you remove outer modulus, then there will be plus minus on the right hand side. So what is the value of mod x? This is equal to 1 plus 2, 3, and 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. But mod x cannot be negative, so this will be rejected. So x will be equal to plus or minus 3. Now solve this problem. So have you understood first point? First problem, have you understood? Why minus 1 is rejected? Have you understood? Because modulus cannot be negative. So modulus x is equal to minus 1. That's why it is rejected, because modulus cannot be negative. Now solve question number 2. Similar problem. If you remove outer modulus, then this is equal to plus minus 1. That is mod x is 3 or 1. So x is equal to plus minus 3 or plus minus 1. Mod x cannot be negative. That's why it is rejected. Mod x cannot be equal to minus 1. That's why it is rejected. Modulus is always a non-negative quantity. Now solve this. If you remove outer modulus, then this will become plus minus 4. So 2x is equal to 3 plus 4, 7, and 3 minus 4 is minus 1. So x will be is equal to 7 by 2 or minus 1 by 2. What if it is given modulus of 2x minus 3 is less than 4? Beta, in this case, minus half will not be rejected. Minus half is not equal to mod x. X is equal to x. X can be positive or negative. Mod x cannot be negative. Modulus of x cannot be negative, but x can be, x may be positive, may be negative. X can be any real number. Now, if mod x is less than a, then x will lie between minus a and a. So this is equal to minus 4 and 4. So minus 1 by 2 to 7 by 2. Similarly, if it is given modulus of 2x minus 3 greater than 4, So we know that if mod x is greater than a, then x belongs to minus infinity to minus a union a to infinity. That is, you can say x 2x minus 3 is either less than minus 4 or greater than 4. So 2x is either less than minus 1 or greater than 7. So x is less than minus half or greater than 7 by 2. So x belongs to minus infinity to minus half union 7 by 2 to infinity. Only difference is right hand side is unknown is given, which may be positive or which may be negative, but modulus of anything is cannot be negative. So you have to write this condition, because this LHS is cannot be negative. So RHS value is x, which cannot be negative. So x must be always greater than equal to 0. Whatever comes out while solving, after solving this, always x must be greater than equal to 0. So 2x minus 3 must be plus or minus x. So if you take plus sign or minus sign, if you take plus sign, then x is equal to 3. It is already a positive quantity. This is our answer. 2x minus 3 is equal to minus x. So 3x is equal to 3. So x will be equal to 1. So both are positive. Now you have to simply solve this problem. Similar way, exactly similar way, you have to solve question number 7. So I am giving you 2 minutes to solve this problem. Huh. If x comes out negative, then we have to reject it. If x comes out negative, then we have to reject it, because RHS, because x is always a positive number. X is always non-negative number. X is always greater than equal to 0. So we have to reject if x comes out negative. X equal to 1 is always a positive number. So why we So RHS is 5x plus 16 by 3. This must be greater than or equal to 0. So whatever comes out after solving, whatever may be the value of x, this must it must satisfy 5x plus 16 greater than or equal to 0. Now solve this. Remove modulus, then this is equal to plus or minus 5x plus 16 by 3. Now take plus sign. You will know 3x square plus 12x plus 6 is equal to 5x plus 16. So eventually I will get 3x square plus 7x minus 10 equal to 0. So factorize this, you will get x is equal to 1 and 10 minus 10 by 3. X is equal to 1 satisfy this inequality. Are you getting this point? X is equal to 1 is satisfying this inequality, but x is equal to minus 10 by 3. If you put x is equal to minus 10 by 3, then it will come minus 50 by 3 plus 16, which is nothing but negative. So it is not satisfying this. So this must be rejected. Why it is rejected? Because x is equal to, if you put x is equal to minus 10 by 3 in the inequality, then it will not satisfy it. Similarly, take negative sign. So eventually I will get 3x square plus 17x 3x square plus 17x plus 22 is equal to 0. Then what are the roots of this equation? Yes, you can factorize by making this 11x plus 6x. If you split 17x as 11x plus 6x, so x plus 2 and 3x plus 11 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2 and minus 11 by 3. So if you put x is equal to minus 2 here, then it is satisfying this. But if you put x is equal to minus 11 by 3, then this will become negative. So we have to reject it. So this value will be rejected because it is not satisfying the inequality. So our final answer is minus 2 and 1. It is our final answer. Now see next problem. X square minus 3 mod x plus 2 equal to 0. So let me assume mod x is equal to y. Then what will be the value of y square? That is mod x square. So either mod x is x or mod x is equal to minus x. Square of both the number will be x square. Either mod x is x or mod x is minus x. Square of both is equal to x square. So this quadratic may be converted into y square minus 3y plus 2 is equal to 0. So if you factorize it, you will get y is equal to 1 and 2. and y is nothing but mod x, so x is equal to plus minus 1 and plus minus 2. Now solve next problem. Approach is similar approach. Method is very simple. You have to approach similarly. So try this problem. Question number 9. So let us assume y is equal to mod x minus 2. Then this quadratic convert into y square minus y minus 2 equal to 0. So if you factor this, you will get y is equal to 2 or minus 1. But it cannot be minus 1 because y is modulus x minus 2. So this must be rejected. So x minus 2 is equal to plus or minus 2. So the x is equal to 4 or 0. Minus 1 is rejected because modulus of x minus 2 cannot be negative. Modulus is always a non-negative expression. How to solve this problem? So it is a very tedious expression. First of all, I have to assume this expression, whatever it is written inside this modulus, y is equal to root x minus 3. So this will become 2 mod y plus root x is equal to root x is y plus 3. So this will become y plus 3 into y plus 3 minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. So this is y square minus 9 plus 6 is equal to 0. So eventually I am getting y square plus 2 mod y minus 3 equal to 0. Now this is a standard coordinate equation. So let t is equal to mod y. Then this quadratic equation will become t square plus 2t minus 3 equal to 0. So t plus 3 into t minus 1 is equal to 0. So t is equal to minus 3 or 1, and t is equal to mod y. But mod y cannot be negative. So I have to reject minus 3. So mod y is equal to 1, that is y is equal to plus or minus 1. And what is the value of root x? Root x is equal to y plus 3. Root x is equal to y plus 3. So root x is equal to, if you put x is equal to minus 1, then root x is equal to 2. If you put x is equal to y equal to 1, then root x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 4 and 16. If you square it, you will get x is equal to 4 and 16. So it is a very, very important problem. It came in JEE Mains 2018. It is the previous year problem. It came in JEE Mains 2018. So it is a trending question. Now I am giving you 2009 JEE Mains 2019 problem. Exactly same problem. Exactly similar problem. This is a JEE Mains 2019 problem. Now solve this. Question number 10 is a JEE Mains 2018 problem, and question number 11 is JEE Mains 2019 problem. So you may say this is a trending question. This is repeating again and again by just changing data. Conceptual wise, it is a repeating question. It is repeating again and again. Possibly next year will be repeating. It is going to come in next year. So we have to remember this method. Now solve this. Question number 11. So let y is equal to root x minus 2. So this will become mod y plus 2. Oh beta एक I think there is some problem here. No. Please correct this problem. Here it is root x minus 4. So after simplification, eventually I will get y square plus mod y minus 2 equal to 0. So if t is equal to mod y, then this is equal to t square plus t minus 2 equal to 0. That is t will be equal to 1 or minus 2, but it cannot be minus 2. So this will be rejected. So y is equal to plus or minus 1. So root x is y plus 2, that is it is equal to 1 or 3. So x is equal to 1 or 9.
Hello, sir.
There is a correction here. Please note in second term there is a root x minus 4. In the bracket there is root x minus 4. Please correct it. If y is equal to root x minus 2, then what is the value of root x? Root x is equal to y plus 2. I simply put root value of root x in the given equation. So let y is equal to 2 to the power x minus 1. Then 2 to the power x is equal to y plus 1. Put these value in the given equation. So this is 5 plus mod y is equal to y square minus 1. This is equal to y minus 1. So y plus 1 into y minus 1 is equal to y square minus 1. So y square minus mod y minus 6 is equal to 0. So let t is equal to mod y. So this will become t square minus t minus 6 is equal to 0. That is t minus 3, t plus 2 equal to 0. That is t is equal to 3 or minus 2. But it cannot be minus 2 because it is t is equal to mod y. Mod y cannot be negative. So y is equal to plus minus 3. So if you put these two values of y here, 2 to the power x is equal to y plus 1. So this is equal to 4 and minus 2. But it cannot be minus 2 because 2 to the power x cannot be negative. So 2 to the power x is equal to 4. So x is equal to 2. So only one value of x is satisfying the given equation. Only one value of x is satisfying given equation. Now, what is the graph of modulus? How to draw the graph of mod x? Mod x is equal to y is equal to mod x. This is equal to x if x is greater than equal to 0. So y equal to x is a line. This is the line y equal to x for x greater than equal to 0. Similarly, minus x is negative. So this is the graph of y is equal to minus x. So this is y is equal to minus x. So basically it is a V shape graph, and this point is called critical point or vertex, you can say. Critical point or vertex. So basically graph of modulus is a V shape graph, and vertex is where this is modulus is equal to 0. This modulus is equal to 0 at x equal to 0, so vertex is at origin. What if I have to draw the graph of y is equal to mod x minus 1? It is again the shape, it is a V shape graph, but critical point is shifted to this is equal to 0 where when x is equal to 1. So critical point is shifted to at x equal to 1. What if I have to draw the graph of modulus of x plus 1? Then critical point is minus 1. So vertex is shifted to at x equal to minus 1. So are you getting these three graph? Have you understood? Let's say there are multiple modes. Let's say y is equal to x minus 1 plus modulus of x plus 1. Let's say I have to draw this. You just have to equate these all mod at 0. Then I will get x is equal to 1 and minus 1. So these are critical point. Where modulus is equal to 0, these are called critical points. This is minus 1 and this is 1. If you put x is equal to minus 1 here, then what I will get? Y is equal to mod 2 plus mod 0, that is 2. So this is 2. If you put x is equal to 1 here, y is equal to 0 mod 0 plus mod 2, this is equal to 2. Again, if you simply open this modulus by plus or minus sign, what I will get? I will get linear equation. I will get the equation of the form ax plus b, that is line. So line, how to make a line? Just you have to draw 2 points and join it. So this is the graph of given modulus y is equal to mod x minus 1 plus mod x plus 1. One more problem I am going to explain. Let's say y is equal to x minus 1 plus mod x plus mod x plus 1. This is last one. What are critical points here? Critical points are -1, 0 and 1. Can you calculate the value at x is equal to -1 here? If x is equal to -1, then what is the value of y? It is -2 -1 mod. This is 0. That is, it is 3. So this is 3. Now, if you put x is equal to 0, then y is equal to modulus of -1, modulus of 0, modulus of 1. So this is equal to 2. If I put x is equal to 1 here, then y is equal to 0, 1, 2. So y is equal to 3. So what I am getting is, at -1, this point is -1 comma 3. At 0, I am getting 0 comma 2, and this point is 1 comma 3. I just have to join these 3 points. So this is the shape of the graph between minus and 1. If I have to draw for values of x more than 1, then I just have to calculate for x is equal to 2. For any value of x more than 1, you just have to draw the graph. Can you calculate the value when x is equal to 2? So it is equal to mod 1, mod 2, mod 3. So what I am getting? 6. So for x is equal to 2, it is 6. So if I join this will, if I join this, then this will be the shape of the graph. So it is symmetric about y-axis. Exactly whatever with what I am getting right hand side, it is just a reflection on the left hand side. Okay. So that's it from my side. So today's class is completed. Next class we are going to discuss logarithm. Those who have doubts, please raise your hand. अनिका?
सर जैसे कि अभी आप ये लास्ट में आप करा रहे हैं ना, जैसे कि क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स लेके ग्राफ बनाने का। सर जैसे हम लोग इसे एक बार आप फर्स्ट एग्जांपल इसका दिखा सकते हैं, एक बार फर्स्ट वाला इसका।
हम्म
सर जैसे यहाँ पर क्रिटिकल पॉइंट्स मतलब ये तरीका होता है ना निकालने का, या ना कि आपने इसे मतलब सबका मॉड लेकर सॉल्व नहीं करा है ना?
सभी को 0 के बराबर कर दो, जो x आएगा उसी को कहते हैं क्रिटिकल पॉइंट।
हाँ,
सभी
पर
को
जैसे
0
आपने
के
लास्ट
हाँ,
प्रॉब्लम में मतलब पूरा इक्वेशन को जीरो नहीं किया, मतलब आपके जो सारे जो मॉड
यानी
थे उन सबको
इंडिविजुअल
जीरो
मॉड
करके
को
जो
जीरो करना
पॉइंट्स
है,
मिलते हैं
इक्वेशन को जीरो नहीं करना
उनके।
है। इंडिविजुअल मॉड को जीरो करना है अलग अलग।
ओके।
तो मॉड x माइनस वन को जीरो करो तो
हाँ।
ऑटोमेटिकली x आ जाएगा 1। मॉड 0 0 पे ही होता है
अच्छा
ना, तो
हाँ।
आप इंडिविजुअल
तो
मॉड को जीरो करते जाओ। हाँ
ओके ओके ओके। यस सर, मतलब y इज इक्वल टू, हाँ ठीक है, ओके सर, यस सर। थैंक यू सर।
हम्म
थैंक
ओके। सुशांत?
हेलो सर।
हाँ बेटा।
हाँ सर, आपने स्टार्टिंग में जो 6th क्वेश्चन कराया था ना, वो मुझे थोड़ा समझ में नहीं आया।
हाँ ये है 6 प्रॉब्लम। क्या डाउट है इसमें? सुशांत, आर यू देयर?
हेलो।
हाँ
हाँ सर, समझा। मैंने वो देखा नहीं था, वो इनइक्वालिटी।
रसिका?
यस सर। सर हम लोगों ने वो लास्ट का क्वेश्चन किया, एक बार दिखाइए।
कौन सा?
कौन सा? सर लास्ट वाला, ग्राफ मॉड्यूलस का।
हम्म
सर हम लोगों ने इधर y की वैल्यू x की वैल्यू पुट करके निकाली ना ऊपर से।
हाँ
हाँ।
यदि आप इंडिविजुअल मॉड को जीरो करेंगे तो x आ जाएगा 1 0 एंड -1। आप इनकी वैल्यू x की वैल्यू 1 और -1।
x की वैल्यू 1 और -1।
बेटा आप इको कर रहे हैं, आप वहाँ पे
बेटा आप इको कर रहे हैं, आप वहाँ पे
आपके एंड पे जो मेरा
आपके एंड पे जो मेरा
if we put x is equal to 1 0 and -1
x is
here,
equal to
we will
1
get the
0
value
and
of y here.
-1 here, you will get the value of y here. Okay sir.
Then mark these three values on the
Then mark the
xy coordinate,
values on the
you will get,
xy coordinate
and join them, you will get the line.
and join them, you will get the line. Okay sir. Thank you.
Okay. कस्तूब?
हाँ सर, ये जो मॉड का जो ग्राफ होता है वो हर वक्त सिमेट्रिक आ जाएगा?
हमेशा सिमेट्रिक नहीं होता, ये तो मैंने बताया। ये जो पर्टिकुलर 2-3 ग्राफ मैंने बताए ये सिमेट्रिक हैं, लेकिन बनाने का तरीका यही है सभी ग्राफ को।
अच्छा ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।